Hi everyone, this is Dan with Shaner Designs. In this video, I'll be showing you how to do custom weldment profiles from imported geometry. So to start out, I'm on 8020.net, but you can go to any manufacturer website that has this type of profile. It could be a steel profile or tubing or aluminum extrusion like this. So I'm just going to filter and find the one that I'm looking for, which is the 1545-S, or the 1.5 inch by 4.5 inch smooth. Now on these websites, you usually have to create an account, but usually that's just an email address and password, which I've already done. So I'll go ahead and generate the file and download. These downloads are usually a zip folder, so once I download, I'll have to extract it, and then I can go ahead and open that part. Okay, so once I have the file open, you'll see it's imported geometry, but that's okay. I'll just select a face, create a sketch, and then with the face, I'll create the outside geometry with convert entities, and then I'll do the same thing on those inside edges, and that finishes up the sketch. Okay, now I'll do Control A and Control C to select all and copy, and then create a new part. Select a plane, create a sketch, and then Control V to paste. So now I'm going to create some more construction geometry. You'll see why this is useful in a little bit here. So just to speed things along, I'll ramp up the speed. So you can see I'm putting center points on those lines, and then on the corners, and then on the center of the part. Now everything is blue, which means it's under constrained, so I'm going to select all and fix. This way nothing gets moved around down the road. And then I prematurely fixed those points, so I'm just deleting that fixed constraint and then creating an intersection constraint. So I'll close out of that, and then select the sketch, click File, Save As, and then do a library feature part. So this is the default directory for a feature part, but I'm going to browse to the one I'm using for weldment profiles. I'll name it 1545 underscore S. I think that was the right part number. Let's go back and check. Okay, 1545S, so a smooth profile. And then I'm going to call it 1.5 trio, meaning 1.5 inch wide with 3 stacked profiles. So now I'll create a new part, and then just create a sketch. This could be a 3D sketch or a 2D sketch, or it could be a bunch of 2D sketches. I'll probably create another video down the road going more in depth, but for right now, we'll just keep it simple. So I'll put some dimensions on here, 12 by 16, and close out of that. Now you can see I have the Weldment toolbar here, but if you can't find it there, go to Insert Weldments. You should be able to find it. So now I'm going to select the groups, so that's selecting sketch lines one by one. This is for group 1. I can change the corner treatment right here if I want. So now what I'm going to do is locate the profile. So this is where those points I added come in handy. So I put them on the edges, at the center of each edge, and then on each corner, as well as the center of the part. So now I'm going to delete a couple of those lines and change how I do this a little bit. So I'll select those two verticals. I'll make that group 1, and I'll go off of I'll locate the profile on the center of the extrusion, and I'll add a new group. Select the horizontal line, and then I'll locate this profile off of that top point. So you can see that just changes the way the extrusion goes together. Obviously you can do this however you want based on your project and your preferences, but hopefully you can see where those point constraints are useful. So now I'll show you where those profiles are stored. So we'll go to Options, File Locations, and Show Folders for Weldment Profiles. So you can see I've got a custom location, but your default installation will have a different spot for that. But you can go ahead and add a new folder if you've got one, or if you want to start creating one, or if you want to delete any folders. Sometimes you get duplicates and things get confusing, so that's where that can be useful. So I'll probably do a more in-depth tutorial at some point, going more into Weldment file structure and all that. But for now, hopefully this is enough to get you started, and I think that wraps things up for this video. So please like and comment below, let me know how I'm doing. If there's anything else you'd like to see, definitely let me know. I'll post some other links up here in case you want to check out some of my other videos and hopefully find something useful. But otherwise, thanks for watching.